Hey YouTube, Skipper T here. Today I bought a new chainsaw, a Stihl MS 180 CBE. I am replacing my Pullion P3314, 14-inch bar and blade on it. You know, it's been a great saw. It's a heavy dude. My only concerns and problem with this thing is that it's just very difficult to start. You know, you pull your arm out of socket trying to get this thing up and running, spend half a day getting it started just to do an hour's worth of cutting. Once it's up and running, it's a pretty solid chainsaw. But again, getting it started is just extremely difficult. Now, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm probably not going to sell it. I'm going to clean it up real good, probably do a rebuild kit on it, and just keep it as a spare, as a backup, or something for a second person to use. So, officially retired. The new Stihl came with a blade cover. It sits over it like so. They do have a big box that you can put them in. I didn't buy it while they had their promotion going, and that box is about 50 bucks, so maybe for Christmas or my birthday. So anyway, again, 16-inch blade on it, 16-inch bar, which gives you roughly about a 15-inch cut on it. It's got all the standard features. It's got a brake for the chain bar here that'll allow it to idle without the chain moving forward on it. Of course, you got it clear up here like this. That frees the chain. And then also, as you're holding it like this, if it should buck up, it'll hit your arm or your wrist, and then that stops the blade, the chain from spinning on the bar. And obviously, that's going to keep you from getting cut should the chainsaw jump up. One of the things I really liked about this particular saw was this is the easy start version. And I'm hoping like heck it's going to work. And it will, because I tested it before I sat down here. I will tell you this. If you've run this thing for even 2 minutes, and it's within an hour or so, do not use the full choke on this thing. You will flood it, and you will do like I did, and you'll spend an hour trying to get that cleaned out. I learned my lesson very first time I tried to start it when I got it home. So after I got it all cleaned out and got all the flooding out of the engine and stuff like that, now she pops right off like it's supposed to. Now, it's a standard chainsaw, except for it has this new tool option right here where you can pull this little lever up, lock it into position, unscrew this whole cover comes off and gives you access to the bar and the chain itself. It's got a tightening feature right here. You loosen this up a little bit, you're able to rotate this little knob, and then you can, you know, adjust the tension on the chain running across the bar here. I'm not going to show you that right now because I'm just going to introduce it. I'm going to pull it, make sure it'll start. Then I'm going to run over to a friend's house, do some cutting. I'll make a second video. Then the third video I'll do is when I'm cleaning it up after the fact, and then I'll get in and show you some of the close-ups and how all this works, how the start and stop and choke features work here. But again, just standard configuration, 2-cycle engine, so you know, you got your gas and oil mix here, your bar oil sits up here at the front, and you know, once you've got this thing up and running and warmed up, boy, it doesn't take anything to start it. In fact, I'm just going to put it into the run mode now and just give her a little tug and see what happens. Ta-da! Nothing to it. A child could start this thing. I love the way this reel works. I think what it's doing is when you pull it, it's creating tension on a spring, reaches a certain level, the spring tension breaks, and then it rotates the cylinders for you and thus starts it. Super simple, one-handed, no effort type operation to get it started. Again, do not flood the engine. If it's already been warmed up or it's a hot day, just see if you can start it straight out. Otherwise, it's going to take you an hour to get that flooding out of there. I mean, there's ways that you can do it in less time than that, but, you know, why start from the beginning and have to do all of that? Words of wisdom, words of caution, if you will. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's looking. Like the colors on it. Picked it up at a farm and home store, not too far, about 20 miles from where I live. And, you know, like I said, seems to work pretty good. Just put a little cut in my stump chat top here, And yeah, like I said, I'm going to pack it up. I'll do a second video. I'll go show you how it works when we're actually cutting on a tree. A friend of mine dropped one a couple miles from here, so I'll go grab my trailer. We'll test out the chainsaw. And then I'll do a third video, show you how I'm cleaning it up, and then we'll get into some of the finite aspects of the adjustment of the chains and getting it started. Anyway, guys, remember, keep your heads up, keep your eyes open. We'll see you outside.